You're listening to the Opie and Anthony channel on Sirius XM. The Ron and Fez show starts.
Come on.
Now!
Okay, let's get down to it, boppers.
Oh, yeah, buddies. It's the Ron and Fez show on a Monday. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Hicks, if you don't fix the air conditioning outside, we are going to have words.
Like outside in the street.
Yeah.
You can't have air conditioning out there.
Well, cool it off the way you did in the winter, which I loved. But this is muggy.
It's sloppy out there.
I feel like I'm back with your dad slugging out with Charlie. Seriously, it's Viet Cong hot out there.
Guys were in the shit.
Yeah, they were. And most of the way that I come into work is through marsh. So that's a problem.
In Manhattan?
Yeah, isn't that weird? Isn't that fucking weird? Yeah. Very marshy. Rice paddies, you know. But honestly, the train is beautiful. And the people are incredibly nice when they're not shooting at you. All right, it's the Ron and Fez show. And there's only one thing that people are talking about today. Our own Fez Whatley. Very fired up on this. That's the home run derby. Crush Davis? Is that where we're going with this one?
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Motherfucker can fucking put long.
Jesus Christ, what was that all about?
I'm just telling you, it's going to go nuts tonight.
By the way, I got a text from Dr. Steve. You owe him an hour.
Yes.
So,
well, that was the best of he had on.
Still. That was one of the best ofs he's ever done.
We apologized.
I like to start calling our best ofs the rest ofs, and then we'll have a little joke about it.
I'm going to fucking send a note to production to put that together.
You really need to drop the F-bomb quite so much. Get that, would you, Chris?
Will do.
By the way, I hate you for putting this film in my head, and I'm forcing you to watch it now, The Act of Killing.
Oh, that? Okay. Terrible.
It's so fucking disturbing that I may give up being a human being. I might be done with that species.
Trailer alone it doesn't seem real.
I never saw the trailer. I didn't know much about it at all. But not seeming real is a big... It looks like an alternate world, you know, where people just go by different stuff. They have different rules, different codes. But if I am going to join another species, I'm in talks, and it's just the early part with the kangaroo right now.
They don't even speak English.
Pouches, motherfucker, pouches.
Body pocket. That's what I call it.
You know what's weird? I know that they keep their babies in there, right?
Yeah.
But then nothing else. You'll never see, like, a kangaroo has a thing of water. I think we're the only species who thought to ourselves, hey, we can travel with stuff. We don't have to just leave, and that's it.
Well, I feel I've heard before that the pouch is filled with some sort of weird goo of some, like almost like an amniotic fluid type thing.
Well, it's odd that you say this because during the pregnancy of the roo, that's what they call them down there, the almost like fetus will crawl out of the mother and then into the pouch for I guess just to get warmed up from that point on. So the males don't have a pouch, just the females?
I believe it's just the females. That's where it pops out.
They get everything good.
Freak show. These kangaroos are freak shows, man.
I don't know why the Australians didn't kill them all fucking day one. As soon as they invented a musket, well, we sent them muskets. They should have screamed, finally, a way to rid this fucking island of ruse.
I think they're trying. They love going out killing them. We had a former intern called Small Talk who claimed he was Australian.
Don't remember Small Talk at all.
He would talk a lot when the mics weren't on to you and ask you about your day and weekend. Well, he said,
no, he was not Australian. He didn't have an accent, although his friend OD'd.
His friend OD'd. I called his house once. His father did have an Australian accent, and he would tell stories of when he was in Australia, they'd go out on they'd go off-roading, shooting kangaroos with shotguns. And I was just felt bad for the kangaroos.
Well, you have hijacked this conversation into the words of small talk was, hey, how was your weekend, Ron? I'm sorry. About to start a show.
Don't mind me.
Yes. Here is Will in Williamsburg, which is kind of ironic.
Hey, guys, I don't know if you know, but in South Williamsburg, they just opened a bar full of organic kangaroo pouch juice.
Yes.
And you can get full echinacea shots. It's the best.
Well, if you don't call me in every day with Williamsburg updates, I'm going to be crushed. Okay?
I'll see what I can do, Ron. I'm kind of busy, but I'll try.
All right. All right. That kid is so fucking cool. Seriously.
Will from Billyburg, yeah.
Yeah. I love him.
I wish you would give me an address on this kangaroo juice bar spot.
Is it fucking cool enough for here? No, I swear to God, this is 100% true story.
Yeah.
I came in the other side door for those odd smokers today. There was a guy in his full fucking gray suit, Midtown uniform.
Yeah.
And he had a washcloth with him and was pouring his Poland Springs cold water onto it and then putting it on his head
Jesus.
As if, he's been playing football all day and ran into some heat problems.
At that point, take the suit off. I mean, you're going to get your shit all fucking wet anyway. Cool down, dude.
He was fucking hot in a way that we can't even understand, where he needed a cold compress. So I guess that's the only big news tonight.
I can't wait for it.
Is the big home run derby, and then is the following night is the All-Star game?
It's Tuesday night. It's going to be All-Star, yeah.
All right, put me down. I'm having hot dogs 2 nights in a row.
All right.
Because I want to feel like I'm at the ballpark without fucking going all the way over there at City Field.
Hot dog.
My dream is to take my city bike to City Field.
There's no city bike spots over there.
I'm going to see if I can get you to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in 7th inning, and then we'll do this Wrigley style.
Oh, please. That'd be the dream, man. Dream style.
When we were in elementary school and we had to sing all kinds of traditional songs, and when we would sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," when it was root, root, root for the home team, my gimmick was to yell "root, root, root" for the visitors, and it got quite a few laughs there at Locust Hill School.
Nice.
Quite a few laughs.
Nice fucking pop.
Another one I pulled off there. The teacher says to us, we're like in 2nd grade. She said, is everybody ready to sing Jimmy Crack Corn? And I said, I don't care. And boom, slayed it, crushed it in the corner, but feeling good about myself. Just standing in the corner going like this, fuck. That was nice.
Totally worth it.
I can still hear the giggles behind me. Some of them laughing because I'm stuck in a corner. I don't think they put children in corners anymore.
I think they would get in trouble if you just singled out a child and threw them in a corner. They facing the corner too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a teacher would get busted for that.
I was by my 2nd grade teacher, Mrs. Miller, who fucking had a jaw like a marionette. Like her fucking jaw would just go, nothing else would move on her face, just her jaw.
Weirdo.
I used to call her Clutch Cargo. She stuck me in the corner and then pushed the filing cabinet catty corner against, so no one could, like I couldn't turn around and see. And it really felt cruel and unusual to me. Like being in the hole. The 2nd grade version of being in the hole.
She'd be shit-canned if she did pull that shit today.
Actually, I felt like this. This is nice. I can sit back here, scratch my balls, relax a little bit. I don't have to be in there hearing about the fucking alphabet all day. Yeah, you brought it up yesterday. Gee, it's a fucking tough one to make.
There's 27 of them, though. You got to get them all down.
And I think it was rougher then because these kids don't have cursive. Look at Fez. He's just perched. He's just perched and ready to go. And I'm being a prick and not letting him express himself. Should I uncork him?
Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken. He is ready to fucking go. He has his topic. The good news for you, Chris Stanley, and for, of course, Pips and the interns, is Fez buys us a meal, celebratory meal, where he will stand up and, I think, say a toast to Zimmerman.
Give a toast to Zimmerman.
I thought he was against. I get so confused.
No, this will be a pro-Zimmerman toast. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for this meal. So hungry.
Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Ronnie, when I was a kid, I lived in the hills of West Virginia, Richwood, West Virginia. Well, yeah, really nice. One of the teachers, an old math teacher, had 2 fingers on each hand, and she would do the paddling in the whole school. And, man, could she swing. She could swing a paddle like you wouldn't believe.
Why was fucking Scissorhands fucking in charge of paddling? How did she grip?
Had the grip. She had the forefinger and the pinky, and she'd have a hole in the end of the paddle where the handle was. She'd grip her fingers through there.
You know what? I'd love to talk about this, but my phone's exploded because Pepper's a fucking asshole. Go ahead, Brandon.
Hey, short-haired centaur.
What up?
You think there's 27 letters in the alphabet?
You fucking retard. No, you don't understand. Chris is a Greek.
Thank you. Story, baby. What's up? What, there's alpha, there's omega.
And it's amniotic fluid, not ambiotic. Fucking people are just all over your dick today.
But get off it. Get off it. You get the fucking gist of what I'm saying. Come
like
on.
with a baby.
Whatever. It's fucking... I did think afterwards.
You want a juicy juice? You want a juicy juice?
I drank adult beverages.
Oh, we were bringing some for you today. Did we bring them up?
Oh.
Not cocktails, energy drinks. I don't know whether you wanted to get fucking fired up on it. Just when you brought up the term beverage. Look at Fez. It's almost like at the Olympics and the guy's at the top of the fucking ski jump and he's just perched there ready to take off.
Juiced.
I'm just going to make his spine hurt by making him wait a couple more minutes.
This is great.
Is there anything else to get into before Fez has his meltdown?
Oh man, did you hear about Anna Benson? We'll stick with baseball.
Mm-hmm.
She busted up, ran up into her husband Chris Benson, former MLB pitcher's house last week with a gun and a vest, and she got busted. And now they're saying she could have killed another dude like 20 years ago, which is a great story.
She's a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, she's a serial killer, and it was like she was on America's Most Wanted. She ended up on America's Most Wanted, this fucking young stripper, and then she ends up marrying this dude, Chris Benson.
Brent, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Brent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to say, man, you guys should wait till tomorrow to let Fez talk about the Zimmerman trial, man. It's already bad enough that it's Monday.
I see, like, just the fucking veins are in his neck. He's knotted stomach right now. Al, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies. Hey, I was kind of tied up all weekend. Was there a verdict reached in the Zimmerman trial?
You know, here's what pissed me off about this. Friday, I said my hope was this happens after O&A, so Ronnie B gets the exclusive. Like, we could turn up the TV, listen as it's fucking being, all go crazy when we heard the verdict.
Happening live.
Yeah, it would have been so exciting. But it happened during fucking Dave McDonald's Sports Conundrum.
Yeah, we went a little long because, I mean, CNN was saying that, look, it looks like it's coming tonight.
It was very exciting. I was happy for you guys. By saying happy, I was really pissed off. And like, why are they fucking wasting it?
And we almost missed it, too, because we were in break, because we had to take extra breaks.
Never break during a big fucking news thing.
We got her just in time, though. Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fez Watley.
I have never been so disappointed in the state of Florida. They're an embarrassment to begin with, and now this happens.
That's your home state.
I am a New Yorker. Look at my driver's license. I am from New York City.
You're not from there.
Now I am.
You can't be.
No, originally, New York. This was ridiculous. I sat there staring at the television set, stunned. I actually thought that when they came back with the not guilty verdict, at first I'm thinking, all right, not guilty on second-degree murder. Let's hear the guilty on manslaughter. I just don't understand the way this country works. I don't get it.
Well, you got to read a little bit.
It's ridiculous that apparently this was just a suicide then, because nobody is responsible for a 17-year-old kid being dead as he walked home from the store. Unbelievable what goes on in this country.
You heard a lot of people saying leading up to this that this was probably going to be the way it went.
I wasn't believing it.
I told you that
I thought the right thing would happen. I was stupid enough to believe the right thing would happen.
Why don't you throw a trash can through the pizza fucking store window?
I'm glad people are out. Thousands of people marching from Union Square in New York City up to Harlem last night. Thrilled that people were out. I went out to the Union Square rally, the one that started earlier in the afternoon. Talked to some people out there. Yeah, there are women in this country, black women, who are legitimately scared for their kids. And they have every right to be and every reason to be, because it's now open season on black teenagers. It's now, I cite the case of Florida versus Zimmerman. It's now okay to shoot black kids.
I don't think that's going to be a rule of law.
You a Giants fan now?
Line up.
Yeah, he hates the Bucks.
Screw him.
Are you turning your back on the Bucks and becoming Mr. Giants?
I don't want anything to do with Florida.
So you're done with the Bucks?
I won't watch the Bucks.
We should have a Bucks gear bonfire and call CNN and see if they'll come over and do a thing that you'll read in the scroll. Oh man, burning up some Bucks stuff.
Arrested shortly after.
This is really ironic because after the show the other day, we asked Fez, as Chris and I often will, if you could fuck anyone in the world, who would you fuck? And Chris, what did he say?
One Mr. Josh Freeman.
So after that,
I thought those were private conversations.
This was fucking great though. So after that, Rob Cross came in and we said, guess who Fez would bang? And he was like Mo Rocca, he was giving us like regular gay icons. And then we said Josh Freeman. It was almost like we jumped up and kicked Rob in the stomach. He doubled over. I wonder what it's like to share something with your friends and then to have them just explode into laughter.
It's not the best.
I think I said we would give him money. I forget the amount of money if he could guess, because we know there's no way anyone would say Josh Freeman.
It was $10,000.
Yeah, it was something fucking crazy. So, yeah, now everybody wants to fight with Fez. But so you're done with Tampa. You won't go back there. You won't visit. You won't follow the Florida news. And you're burning all your Buck stuff.
I'll bring in my Buck stuff tomorrow.
Holy dicks.
I could understand because Hardy Nickerson was on the jury. So let's blame the Buccaneers. You should have burned your fucking Bucks shit years ago.
Right after that fucking Super Bowl, you should have just burnt all of it.
Remember Bucko Bruce?
Oh, yeah.
That should be fucking Fez now. He should be the new Bucko Bruce. Here's Keith. Keith, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Good morning, fellas.
Hey.
Fez, why can't you just accept the fact that they skipped the grand jury because they didn't even have a case on him? It was pressure from the community, which resulted in a BS arrest anyway.
Hold on, I've never heard this before. This thing never went to grand jury?
They never even indicted him. Robert Zimmerman was on O&A this morning, and he talked to Judge Alex and wanted to know if it was standard why they skipped the grand jury just to arrest him and go through this. That's why the case shouldn't even went as far as it was. The simple fact is that he hit a guy that was carrying a gun, and he wasn't expecting him to be carrying a gun. End of story. That's it.
I'm not an expert on Florida law, but maybe not all things have to go through grand jury. But again, I won't say that I understand Fez's home state, the state that he loves, Florida. Florida, motherfuckers.
I'm glad there was public pressure. I don't think a kid should get shot walking home from the store and everyone just say, oh, okay, that's fine. That's, no problem there. Everyone move along. Nothing else to see here. I'm glad there was pressure that someone looked into it.
No offense, but I have to disagree with you. I don't think that we should just be able to shoot kids and then say, just move along, nothing to see here. I mean, there's a dead kid. I'm going to stop and look at him. That's me. I'm a gawker.
Bleeding out.
The Sanford Police Department didn't want to.
I saw the mayor of Sanford, and he was like, or whatever the fuck he is, the commissioner or whatever, and he's like, I hope the people around America have seen enough now to know that this is a great community to come to. And I'm like, do you know how many places there are to go in Florida before you hit Sanford? Yeah, maybe if I got to take a piss, I'll hop off the fucking turnpike. I'd fucking go to Tickle before that and see that elephant on water skis.
That poor bastard. Ain't no one going to Sanford.
Oh, why would you?
It's crazy.
If you fucking told your kids we're here and they looked out the window and you're in Sanford, look, there's no Disney World, no ocean, no nothing.
And look, it's nice. It's just a lot of land. I'll tell you one thing. I kind of miss the trial being on old TVs now. It's like it was always there for us.
Yeah, it was very uniformed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
David, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, this might be the best thing ever for Fez. You don't have to go back to Florida every year, and you can get rid of those Buccaneer tattoos.
Well, yeah, I never thought of that. You got a Buccaneer tattoo.
That's actually going away on its own. It's not even red anymore.
Why don't we just scrape it off with a penknife?
Let's do it. Or get like a Trayvon tattoo over it.
I'm going to look up on Google right now what to do if you want to get rid of a tattoo.
Good.
This is actually pretty simple.
What's that?
Just scrape it off with a penknife.
I thought that was a lot more complicated.
No, don't you guys look it up. I already did it. Don't anyone else look it up. It's done. It's done. You scrape it off with a penknife.
I don't
know. Here's Luke in Florida. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ron, Fez. How you doing this morning?
Good.
Excellent. Hey, Fez, I just wanted to add the point that I know that there's a lot of talk about this. Zimmerman walking the streets free after killing the kid and everything, but in actuality, I think he did get life.
How's
that? Able to walk down the street without looking over his shoulder. Just a simple thing of, applying for a job is going to be difficult for the man. I think there's always going to be a stigma attached to his name from here on out. So he is paying the price.
I hope he's haunted by people and the thought of what he did and lawsuits and the U.S. Department of Justice for the rest of his fucking life. I loved how his brother today said there's no remorse.
And he mentored, kids. He stuck up for a homeless man that got beat up, both African-American, by the way. All he was an overzealous neighborhood watchman that tried to do the right thing. He made a horrible mistake, yeah, but he's paying the price for it. There's no doubt about it.
He's not paying nearly enough of a price for taking a kid's life. Not nearly close enough.
I also don't think that he won't get his life back. I think even though people are excited about this trial now, it's a footnote. It's just one of these things that gets forgotten. Period. End of story.
If he leaves,
I said period. End of story. Go ahead, Chris.
Everyone knows what it looks like.
Joke.
He's probably have to leave Florida, though, right? I mean,
no, why would he? People are going to forget.
Go to Cali. If he likes, the sun so much.
OJ just did the exact opposite. OJ went from Cali to Florida, lived his life like a normal Joe until he went to fucking Vegas. That was a mistake. And at least half the people agree with Zimmerman, at the very least. So there's going to be somebody out there who will think to himself. Plus, Zimmerman said this, he wants to be a lawyer. Which reminds me, like when I was a little kid, if I went to my dad took me a lumberyard. I'm like, Dad, I figured out what I want to do. I want to work in a lumberyard. This fucking place is awesome. Wherever I just went, take me to the zoo. I want to get a book on zookeeping. I think I'd be good at it. Keeping animals, getting them hay, shoveling their shit out of there. He was just sitting around there looking around in the fucking courtroom like people are talking shit about him, going like this. This is fucking great. You get paid for this?
This is a job?
Isn't that always the funniest thing when you find out something's a job when you're a kid?
People get, you get a paycheck for this? Just for free.
It's nice that Zimmerman can talk about his future like Trayvon can't do anymore. His plans for the future. Those are gone. Those are wiped out.
Don't blame Trayvon on that. He's not alive.
Yeah, thanks to George Zimmerman. Wiping out a kid's future. But enjoy law school so you can help other people like yourself. Oh, kid killers? All right. Best of luck with that.
Jarrett, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, I just got a quick question for Fez. Did he actually forget that this poor innocent black kid attacked George Zimmerman and George defended himself?
By the way,
he didn't have to get out of the truck to defend himself.
No, he didn't have to, but the fact is he did get out of the car, out of his truck.
Yeah, he caused the situation.
George Zimmerman was attacked by Trayvon.
All right. By the way, though, you're a fan of cowboy movies, aren't you?
No, actually, I'm not. But I did grow up on the Dallas Cowboys.
All right. Well, there was always a thing in a cowboy movie. The worst thing that you could do, the pussiest thing that you could ever do, is shoot an unarmed man. I just don't get the fucking gimmick in America if we become so fucking wimpy that if you're fucking getting your ass fucking smacked around, that you shoot the other guy and kill him. Not shoot him in the leg or the hip, the arm. Shoot him in the fucking chest. I don't know how to get around this, what has happened to American males, where we feel like shooting an unarmed man is defending yourself.
His life is in danger.
Oh, from the 2 scratches on the back of his head?
Yeah.
That didn't need stitches, that he didn't go to the hospital for?
Speaking of which, I got a little itch in the back of my head. I feel like shooting Chris right now.
What? No.
Well, he brings up scratch in the back of their head. 866 Ron 0 Fez. 866 Ron 0 Fez. Cindy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, Fezzy. I'm on your side, but I'd like to know, now that you're done with Florida, does that mean you're going to have it out and finally have an argument and be done with your racist, homophobic bitch mother?
Oh, shit, son.
Oh, I'm sure. I haven't talked to my mother about this. I'm sure. So pro Zimmerman.
Do you think so?
I would think. I would absolutely think so.
Older brother?
Oh, if somebody got shot, yeah, he's in favor of it.
Sister?
No, she would be backing up Trayvon and his family.
Your younger brother?
Trayvon, anti-Zimmerman.
Okay, and your dad?
Passed away in 2011.
I hadn't heard. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, you did hear.
Don't think I did. I would have remembered it. All right, so hung jury at the Watley Mansion. Here's Adam, Gainesville, from the state Florida hates.
Yeah, I'm with you, Fez, 100% on this one. I'm embarrassed to be a Floridian again. Seems like my state just continually can't do the right thing. And one thing I will say, though, is race was involved in this case, obviously, but I think the bigger issue here is this stand your ground law and guns, like you said, Ron. I mean, there's an unarmed kid, and what is being in fear for your life? How can you be in fear for your life if you have a gun?
Before we get into the race thing, there's no way to say that the jury was racist. I'm sorry, but more or less justice in America, Fez, whether you like it or not, took place. You get in front of a jury. Each side fucking states their case. From anything I've seen, no one has said that either side was negligent. There wasn't any big information kept out of the trial. Neither side is complaining. Those people, and from everything that I heard, those jurors were very attentive, followed the letter of the law, went back and asked what manslaughter was, and then found Zimmerman not guilty. The bitch about this trial, some people did have a case when they said that this wasn't looked into immediately by the Sanford police, that they should have passed it along. That was rectified. Unfortunately for your side, there was no real eyewitness to say exactly what happened, or only one living eyewitness. Right. And the jury, chose to do that. So really, there's not much you can do about it. I mean, really, you have to say at least your state and your country did more in this trial than most places out there would do.
Well, the state only did something after federal pressure.
Yeah, but it happened. You know what I mean? You got that federal pressure. The media jumped up to promote this. Leaders of different civic groups jumped up to promote it. The state then looked into it. Someone in the state decided. You got what we call in this country a fair trial. And the jurors picked. And the jurors followed this trial more than everyone else. You're not an expert on Florida law.
No, but I heard so many people saying that President Obama should never have opened his mouth about this.
But
thank God he did.
But it didn't work out for you anyway. You're still upset. So neither way, I mean, even though you got every one of those things your way, you cannot say that those jurors did not sit down and do the best of their ability. They followed this trial more than anyone else. I followed it. I followed it a little bit, just when I heard that the thing was coming in, turning over to Nancy Grace, which I hate myself for doing, but I do this at the end of every trial now. I don't follow the trials, but I turn over to see Nancy Grace either gloat or turn what I call fez. But you got the fair trial.
Yeah, the trial happened and a wrong verdict came in.
But everybody could say that something happened wrong. What you got was the trial. What they actually said was that the killing was justifiable.
Yeah, it's justifiable to shoot an unarmed kid. That's what we all know now. That's the law of the land. And
you say the land like that is everywhere. It's in Florida. If the judge would have said, okay, this means it's open season on black kids, or any of these things that you're saying, none of that took place. You're being a little hysterical.
I think people should be hysterical. I'm glad people are out in the street by the thousands on both coasts. I'm glad people are out there saying, you know what, this is bullshit. That there's a flaw in the legal system that lets this happen.
Michael, in Florida. Yeah, Michael.
Hey, buddies, how you doing? Guys, I got a problem. I mean, you just classified this as open season on black kids all over the place. And my problem is with the whole race situation. And you are so just focused on this white guy, black kid, unarmed black kid. I mean, let me tell you something. There are how many black kids are killed by black men or black children every day, all day long? How many whites are killed by whites? How many whites are killed by blacks or blacks by whites? Why are you so focused on this being the particular race and nothing else about the facts of the case?
This is a fact of the case. He was racially profiled. Trayvon was. He fit the description in George Zimmerman's mind of someone who breaks into houses in his Sanford gated community. And that's because he's black. That's a fact. He got called a suspect. He got called a fucking punk. He got called an asshole. Totally racially profiled.
Here's Sean in Alabama. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, I'll start off with, I want to say 100% agree with you. Zimmerman's an asshole for doing what he did. But I think it should be open season on all kids, any race of anything. If they're out between 1 and 3 going to get candy from a store, they're up to no good. Shoot them all, then go after the parents.
Sean, it wasn't 1 o'clock in the morning because they said it was during the ball game that this took place. 7 o'clock at night.
In the morning.
7.
Well,
and then the other thing for kids out between, in the middle of the night, be careful. They could be carrying a fishing pole. Because that kid wants to get there early. It's really strange how everybody divides on this.
People lost their shit collectively.
Kind of on both sides.
No, oh yeah, everyone's fucking shot.
Yeah. Let's go over here to Jason. You're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, Ron and Fez. Hey, Fez, I think it was a tragedy that Trayvon was killed, and I'm not going to argue that point whatsoever. But people also should protest that blacks are being killed by the dozens every weekend in Chicago and Detroit.
Awful.
Nobody protests that.
Awful what happens there. I'm furious about what happens in Chicago. South side of Chicago, not the north side. I mean, I'm furious there, but the Cubs can't still put together a team after being in, over 100 years?
Yeah.
Here's Chuck Wagon for Fez.
Oh, yes, Fezzy. I guess if you're not coming back down here to Florida, you're not going to make the turkey trot again this year?
Now, you're a fucking asshole.
Fezzy.
Here's another example of a Florida fucking asshole.
Fezzy.
See, you got nothing. Sing my name some more, fat ass.
Well, that's wait till he profiling someone.
That guy can't help it. It's glandular.
There's not a scale big enough to profile him.
Stop it.
I think he has like a thyroid problem.
Why is that okay?
Because he's a fucking dick. He deserves it. He's a fucking dick.
I get you. That's why people say fucking racist things when they say the other guy's a dick. That little girl on Big Brother is going to come fucking walking out of there, and the whole country's pissed at her. She don't even know it.
Gina Marie or the other one?
Well, Gina Marie is fine. She's going back to Staten Island.
Open arms. She'll be welcome.
Here's old buddy of ours. Does anybody remember Jafter? Hey, Jafter.
Hey, guys. How you guys doing?
Good to talk to you again, pal.
Always good to talk to you. Fez, you know I love you, but it is a tragedy that Trayvon died. But people should be able to defend themselves. The whole stand your law. How does he know that he doesn't have a gun? He doesn't. Okay? He thought his life was being threatened. Yes, I do agree. He may have been racially profiled, but it's a tragedy. This is going to haunt this guy for the rest of his life. And as the other caller said, he's not. No, and that's fine. I mean, it's he took a life, and but it was his life against the other guy's life. How upset are you about the lady in New Jersey that got beaten to death? Beaten in front of her kids. Where's the outrage about that?
Yeah, that's awful too.
And I wish she would have had a gun and shot that guy.
That's a little different because it was inside the house.
Yeah, that's an actual intruder, Jafter.
You didn't have to jump out of a truck and go fuck with him.
You didn't have to go looking for him. You didn't have to cut in between houses to run into him.
A black kid can't walk home now. A woman can't sit in her own house without feeling threatened.
But you and Jafter used to be close.
Yeah.
No, we are close, man. I love
you. Used to go where did you go? The circus together?
No, we used to go to the Fairfax County Fair together.
Fairfax Fair. Yeah.
I used to go hang over at Jafter's house and drink.
I didn't know Jafter was gay.
Hey.
It's not a bad thing, Jafter. Boy, have you changed.
No, brother, you know that. We used to go hang out all the time.
Oh.
I took you guys out to lunch.
Gay bars?
Sucking fuck.
All right, Jafter. Good to talk to you, buddy.
All right, man.
Peace.
Take it easy, guys.
Now you're upset about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't understand what he was defending himself. He put himself in that situation. Stay in your fucking truck.
Me?
No, George Zimmerman.
Oh, you were looking right at me at the time. I didn't know. So you put this behind you. You were able to get over it.
No. I actually I was in disbelief for a while. At one point Saturday night, just had to go and throw up.
Ate too much?
No, I was just, my stomach was so upset by this verdict. I haven't shaved, I haven't showered, I'm just
Was that different than
pissed.
the other day?
Neither have I.
Upset as well?
I'm just beside myself.
By the way, you guys realize you had like fucking 100 hours. David, San Francisco.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, because we're run by laws, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we are. Obama won the presidency, and I didn't vote for him, and I accept it. That's the way we run around here. But Fez can't accept the law. Now, Fez was gloating when Obama won. He was so happy that whole day, and now he can't accept the fact that the law was upheld, and that's the way it works here.
If I was against Obama being elected, I would then try to get him out of office later on.
How are you going to do that?
I would be working to get a Republican in office next time.
Is that what you're going to do?
No.
I'm confused then.
You should do it, though.
So the things I can do now is I've been trying to sign the NAACP petition for the Department of Justice to look into this Zimmerman creep, but their website has been down from so many people trying to sign this thing.
Oh, I thought you were letting on laziness. That would have been fucking racial profiling.
Like white hackers taking it.
No, just somebody forgot. This is what happens with a trial. The trial is for those, and I told you a long time ago, it doesn't matter what you think, or Al Sharpton thinks, or Dan Abrams thinks. It was those 6 jurors. They took 18 hours. They looked it over, came back with a not guilty. They're the ones that had the Florida laws sitting in front of them. If people aren't happy about that, then you have to go about and change that stand your ground law. But the people of Florida really want the stand your ground law. They're big into it.
Yeah, it lets you shoot black kids.
Well, that's not the only thing it does, but
anyone really, if they're gonna fuck with your shit,
just standing their ground.
Yeah, it's theirs.
There's like 1 million people in Florida with concealed weapons permits.
Shit. Just handing those things out. It's impossible to get that in New York.
Rob, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Yeah.
I just want to say what you were saying earlier about how he just couldn't take a beating and pulled out a gun. That's exactly what I think happened. I think everything else is just superfluous bullshit, and that's at the end of the day what we're left with. Someone who couldn't take his lumps decided to pull out a gun.
And again, there's something that's fundamentally changed about the American character. If you would have watched our old morality tales, the cowboy movies, if the other guy didn't have a gun, the cowboy would have fucking thrown his gun away and fought that guy with his fist. The whole point was not, oh, this is great, I got a gun and you don't. This fucking works out perfectly for me.
There's no interest in like a fair fight. And like, why bother having a fair fight when you can get something that'll guarantee you a win or whatever?
And the whole story changed about Trayvon going for the gun. Didn't happen the way Zimmerman said it.
Well, none of us know that. None of us know for sure what happened. But we know that he never touched the gun, right? There was no prints on the gun.
Nothing on the gun.
Here's Jay in Cleveland. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Fez, to a point I agree with you. I have a moral conundrum with this because on Zimmerman's side, being a licensed gun carrier, I could see him defending himself. But I could also, by being at one point in time, a 17-year-old black male, if some motherfucker was sitting around following me, I probably would confront him too, and we'll probably get into words. It's morally, Zimmerman's wrong, but we can't convict him morally. We have to go by laws.
I think Jay's 100% right here. I think you got to go by the laws, but I do think that you have to say to yourself, what kind of fucking dude does that? What kind of person shoots an unarmed guy? Morally. Is that who we are? I'm not even trying to shoot him in the fucking thigh or something.
He's going straight for the fucking chest.
Straight for the chest.
Right to the lung.
Here's Aaron. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. I think part of the problem was that the prosecutors charged him with murder, which was completely ridiculous to try and charge. What they should have charged was a reckless endangerment kind of a crime, but it appears that there is not any kind of a reckless endangerment crime in the state of Florida. And that's, where somebody takes a certain number of steps, or even one step, that would place a different individual in a substantial risk of harm. So the prosecutors didn't have that option here, and instead they went way out of their league up to a murder.
Let's be honest. There's a reason why the TV show Dexter takes place in fucking Florida. That place is just fucking open season.
Dexter will be found not guilty.
Well, most people try to hit him first. And then they get a little fucking knockout juice in their neck. That fucking Dexter's off the goddamn rails this year.
I gotta catch up.
I watched 3 episodes.
He's losing it? He's getting close to...
Everybody's fucking losing it.
Good.
His sister's fucking crazy. There's a new fucking character on there that is bizarre. The show's peaking. It's peaking.
Damn. It's like 8 seasons in.
I know. And I'm telling you, it's never been as nutty. That thing should just be that to me is like a Florida reality TV show. Let's go over here to Bob. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how are we doing today, guys? Fez, I got a question for you. Now, let's say you said he should have never got out of the car. He gets out of the car. He goes up to him. What are you doing? Trayvon says, what the fuck you bothering me for? And let's say George flips his jacket back, shows him his gun. You think Trayvon would have turned around and go, hey, man, everything's cool. I'm just going over to my house over here. There ain't no problem. I'm walking away. Now, he didn't do that. Trayvon decided, well, fuck you, Mr. White Man. I'm going to take a swing at you, take a couple pokes at you, show you a thing.
If you believe Zimmerman, so
yeah, we have no way of knowing that. We really have no way of fucking knowing that. I mean, if you're being totally honest here, the initial aggressor was Zimmerman. He's the guy who jumped out of his fucking truck. He's the guy who approached a kid who was not out breaking into stuff, was just trying to get back into his house. He's the one, in terms of 2 individuals passing each other on the street, he's the one who started the fucking contact between the 2 of them. Now, no one knows who started fucking fighting, and an unarmed kid got shot. But having said all that, the jury sat down, looked at it, and called it basically a righteous killing.
It's just beyond my belief, beyond my comprehension, that there's not something to charge this guy with. All right, they're saying, according to the law, it's not second-degree murder. The jury's saying it's not manslaughter. There's not something to make this guy
Did you read the jury
pay.
instructions?
No, I listened to them, but I didn't read them.
I think if you would have read them and then went over the Florida law, you would have saw that the jury followed the rule of the law. That's the fucking thing that you refuse to allow into your head.
That's my point. That there's no law there to make him responsible for this.
Right.
There's nothing to get him on.
Right.
He can shoot the kid and walk away. There's nothing to get him on. He can kill a kid, ruin this family's life, and there's not one thing to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's sick. That's absolutely sick.
You're starting to sound like Victor Cruz right now.
When he tweeted an apology later in the show.
And then he deleted everything.
Roddy White did the same thing, too. The wide receiver for the Falcons.
Really? I didn't even hear that story.
Yeah, hold on, let me find his tweet. All right, this is what Roddy White tweeted. All them jurors should go home tonight and kill themselves for letting a grown man get away with killing a kid.
Here's Kevin. You're on the Ron and Fez show. Kevin, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, does this law in Florida mean basically you can just kill whoever you want, and then if there's no witnesses, just say stand your ground? It just seems like a stupid law.
Casey Anthony was standing her ground against her daughter.
All right, no, that's a whole different case. That's a completely different case.
Hey, that's all I got. This seems kind of weird. I guess if anyone has any issues with anyone, just invite them to Florida.
Well, here's the thing. If you're willing to go through that trial and risk it, Zimmerman was sweating like a fucking pig before that thing came in. He didn't know how it was going to go. It's not like the guys had a comfortable run. Here is... let's go over to Tim. Tim, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies. Big-ass card holder 10042.
Old school.
Hooah! 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 Hey, I know it's been said before, but, you know, the first week of July, there were 20 black people murdered in the city of Chicago. That's one city in the country. Of those 20, there was a 14-year-old boy who was shot by a stray bullet and a 13-year-old girl who was standing at a bus stop when three guys approached her and shot her dead in the street. So I'd like to know if Fez is going to be taking up their case, if he's throwing up when he hears about things like that, if he's going to be, you know...
I agree with you 100%, and here's the strange thing here, too. They're fucking being shot with illegal guns, and we don't seem to be fucking freaked out about that at all. We should be going fucking batshit over Chicago.
It's literally accepted. It's like, it's Chicago. Yeah. That's where people get shot.
It's the right part of Chicago to get shot in.
Yeah.
Believe me, we would not be accepting this if it took place on Miracle Mile, if it took place in Wrigleyville. No, people would be freaking out. As long as it's happening in that neighborhood, everybody's okay.
Yeah. 21 people shot this weekend.
There's your racism, and I'm saying that knowing that we have a president from that fucking city who doesn't seem to be like, what should we do, roll in the National Guard? Do we got to fucking, you know, what do we got to do to make that neighborhood safe? Here is Josh, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yes, good afternoon, buddies. I just have a quick hypothetical to throw out there. I learned this morning there was 400 phone calls to police within 13 months from that building complex where the event took place. Let's just say, for instance, George saw this suspicious character and there had been break-ins at the house that he was standing next to. If George had seen that and driven by and done nothing, and that kid broke into that home and did something to a family member or you know,
this
another
is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. This fucking kid wasn't breaking into homes.
No, it's just racial profiling.
He was standing between two houses in the middle of the rain. How is that not suspicious?
Well,
especially when they live in a complex where
he had every right to be in that complex. Him and his dad were visiting his dad's fiance.
All he did was call to report a suspicious person. When that
no, he didn't.
Fled, he followed him.
That's what he did. He got out of his car. The cop wannabe got out of his car and tried to be a big fucking hero.
And what if he had stopped a
this gated community, I think, has 3 lousy streets to it. And he couldn't remember what the name of the street was? The leader of the community watch?
For just 3 streets, you don't think there's...
And guess what? Not one of those 400 were about Trayvon Martin.
Oh, my goodness, Fezzi, you are absolutely crazy. They live in a town, in an area there that has just as bad a crime as almost any city in Florida.
And none of it done by Trayvon Martin.
The guy was simply trying to defend his neighborhood and check out a suspicious person. It wasn't.
He wasn't suspicious. He had every right to be there. Just because he's black, he's suspicious?
No, just because he's black, and the fact that there's such a ridiculous black crime rate, and the fact that there had been a ton of break-ins by black youth. That's why he stopped.
So that's
Going by your logic, then you would want all the blacks rounded up, and another house will never be broken into again.
I hope
no,
not.
You don't want them broken up. If you see someone suspicious, you're supposed to call. If they flee, you should see where they went. Period.
At what point do you hop out of the fucking truck and try to hold the fucking kid.
He was on the phone talking to his friend.
And she was no help, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing.
It's kind of made it look worse, really.
Can't read cursive?
It's not that hard, lady.
Chris, did you have to learn cursive?
Yeah, I learned cursive.
Do our interns, did they have to learn cursive?
Not sure.
Yeah, they did.
So it's just the kids now that don't have to.
Yeah, that's gone.
Fez used to write with one of those fucking feathered pens. A little fucking inkwell.
It's a bit much, man.
Well, that was the day. That was the fashion of the day.
Whoa.
Kevin, you're on the My Face show.
Hey, I want to ask Fezzi if he's really mad at the wrong person. He should be mad at the prosecution because the prosecution didn't do their job. George Zimmerman is innocent until proven guilty. They never proved him guilty, therefore he was acquitted.
You know, I thought the prosecution did a fine job then afterwards, the post-trial, post-verdict press conferences, when that woman, the Florida State attorney...
She was really dressed nice.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I never heard this during the trial, when she said they thought the 911 calls from the complex were the best evidence because all the debate back and forth of who was screaming and no one could tell, she said that the screaming stopped as soon as the gunshot happened. So, I mean, that is a great point, and I don't think that was ever brought up during the trial.
You thought she did a great job as a prosecutor?
No.
Oh.
I thought that was a good point that never got brought up.
Yeah, but either side, I don't think you keep on screaming once you shot somebody.
Fuck yeah, go.
If he still needed help like he's claiming he did, he
You don't
would have
need
still
help
been
anymore.
yelling for help.
You're laying next to a corpse. Who's going to be yelling? Help, I got blood all over me? Someone else's.
You may have tied.
That's awful. Chris.
You have to clean the blood out somehow.
Here's Janice, our buddy Janice in Chicago.
Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Fez.
Chicken in the car won't go. Chicago. My kind of town. The toddling town. The windy city, the second city, the hog butcher to the world, the city with a lot of nicknames, Chicago.
And we love them all.
Yeah, sure.
Fezzi, you know, I believe they have a wrongful death civil suit that they can go against Zimmerman with.
That'll help.
Because I gotta say, I'm with Fezzi with this. First of all, I have a lot of relatives who are Chicago cops and firemen, and I grew up in the suburbs, and suburban cops can be such dicks, and the cop wannabe, I just have a problem with the whole thing, but I'm with you, Fezzi.
Thank you, Janice. I appreciate it.
And, you know, in Chicago, it's funny because here we got all these killings and we have, the strictest gun laws.
Yeah. No, nobody in Chicago's got a legal gun, that's for sure.
But yet everybody's
got one.
Something.
And those motherfuckers, they basically are stand your ground assholes. They just come out of their house blasting. They see somebody else on their street, they start shooting them. They don't care if the guy's pushing a goddamn baby carriage. They start shooting.
I know, get out.
I don't know what happens in South Chicago.
It's crazy, isn't it?
No, now I'm going to agree with that whole Leroy Brown song. I mean, that thing was dead on.
He was so ahead of his time.
Jim Croce is like fucking Nostradamus. All right, Janice, talk to you later, sweetie.
Take care. Thanks.
How nice is she?
She's the best.
She is the best, isn't
She keeps her head down, though. You know? She's
Don't worry about her. She lives in the right part of town.
Okay.
Chicago is the baddest part of town. And if you go down
Look, everyone's mom just jumped up and started dancing. I like this one. Now, this song's good. How come we don't have The Night Chicago Died? By, I think they were called Paper Asshole, was the name of the band. Here's John. You're on the Ron Fez show.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had a rash of break-ins in my neighborhood of white people, just young white teenage thugs who were breaking into people's cars, houses, even tore down just recently like 65 mailboxes in our neighborhood. And, every time I see, a white person late at night walking through, I watch them. So is that racial profiling too, me being white? I mean, what's the difference if they're white or black? If they fit a description, wouldn't you watch out?
I don't know this.
Yeah, just start shooting. Ask questions later.
I knocked some mailboxes over. That was the first time I got arrested when I was a kid. So on St. Patrick's Day, we were running the fucking mailboxes with our shoulders, knocking them down.
That made you get down before you got busted.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This fucking cop. This cop was like he was like Sherlock Holmes. Because all he was doing was following the knocked over fucking mailboxes until he sees four of us sitting there with Bushmills. Everybody's shoulder hurt, though, I'll tell you that.
Later, right?
I want to be totally honest about it. Smitty knocked over a fucking majority of them.
Happens.
I know. I was just fucking really, really drunk.
That's the best defense. Why didn't Zimmerman say that? Look,
I can't tell you. I can't begin to tell you how fucking drunk I was at the time.
Look, I don't even remember the fucking even buying this gun, actually.
I don't know what I'm doing. This fucking bottle's got a hold of me. That's it. That's all I got to say.
You can smell me, right? I fucking stink of whiskey.
Well, Fez, it's over. You accept it.
I don't accept it.
You accept it. Now we move on. Whether you accept it or not, it really doesn't matter. But I guarantee you, a year from now, you're not going to be furious. A week from now, you won't be furious.
I hope George Zimmerman's life is still a nightmare a year from now.
Well, you hope the same thing for Chuck Wagon. I mean, you're just one of those people that don't want other people to find a sense of peace. But a week from now, you'll be like, I got an idea. Great cereal boxes from the 70s.
Blueberry?
No, Fez. Okay, another one. Cartoon cars that we wish we owned. Flintstones, Jetsons, Wacky Racers.
I love Wacky Racers.
Courageous Cats. Toby, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hi, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, they were just saying on the news that if George Zimmerman now goes to this stand your ground hearing, okay, and he gets past that, they determine that he was legal in standing his ground, that will exonerate him from a civil lawsuit. And not only does it do that, it also makes Trayvon's parents liable for his legal fees. Can you believe that? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he won't say I want them to pay my legal fees.
I don't even think he'd understand if he did that. So just want to share that, brother. Thank you.
All right, peace. Here's Mark. You're on the Ron Fez show.
Ronnie, you sound like $1 million.
You know what? I feel like it today. I really do. I feel like the future's ahead of us all.
Hey, I have a question for Fezzi, and I think I have a better perspective than Fezzi would. I've been married to a black woman for over 20 years, and we have a son who considers himself black. Now, I'm not afraid of my son walking in the back outside because he's black. But one thing I will say with the whole Trayvon thing, I keep hearing about this, about being racist and he was profiled and everything. Fezzi, are you smarter than the FBI? Because the FBI actually investigated this for racial profiling and they found none. I'm wanting to know what you found that the FBI couldn't find.
They also stopped their investigation so that the state could go forward.
But the state went forward because of federal pressure. And it also didn't even get to...
Yes, because there wasn't going to be any from the Sanford Police Department.
Because there was nothing to file, because he was legal in everything that he did. And that's what the court found, and because that's what I'm wanting to know is where, other than your emotions, where are you getting these facts?
George Zimmerman's call to the non-emergency 911?
And what is that? What about the 4 minutes that after Martin hung up from his girlfriend before everything started? What about Trayvon Martin running in between the different houses? Didn't that look suspicious?
He was standing in between houses. He was talking on his phone. He had every right to be there. He wasn't breaking into someone's house.
But just like Zimmerman had every right to be there because he lived there too. And you know what? He didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah, I don't think anyone got mad at Zimmerman until he fucking blasted the kid in the chest.
Yeah.
Up to that point, I don't think we'd have anything more than something that the local suburban cops would have dealt with. I think that's the thing they came down to. But Fez, it went in front of a jury.
Mm-hmm.
And they found him not guilty. Apparently, they followed the letter of the law. This is the fucking cards you're dealt.
Yeah, it's yeah. The guy gets to ruin a family's life. He gets to destroy a kid. It just
You haven't said that yet today, so that's nice to hear something new.
And it's all perfectly legal now. So hopefully he'll be on the hunt again next week. Now that he's getting his gun back. Yeah, maybe it'll be a little weird for George Zimmerman when he is looking over his shoulder, like his brother said, like his lawyer said, when someone might be following him and he doesn't know exactly why that person's following him, why they got out of their car and decided to follow him around when he's not doing anything wrong. Maybe that might be a little weird feeling for George Zimmerman to go through. So a little bit of irony there.
So you're saying you hope the hood catches up with him? Is that it? You're going to Victor Cruz on me?
I won't cry if it happens.
Start salsing. Guy's a great wide receiver.
So he did apologize, right?
Yeah, apologize the next day. I believe conversation, not confrontation, leads to change and progress, is what Victor Cruz had to say. Could the league bust his balls for that? Could he get fined for saying some shit like that on Twitter?
Who's going to fine him? The league?
Yeah.
The league, I guess, can fine you for almost anything that they consider, inappropriate. I mean, they make up the rules. They can fine you for... They used to fine guys for not wearing a tie on their way to the fucking game,
Yeah.
And that's basically saying, like, hey, could the bosses here get pissed off at you? Yeah, probably any day they want. What the fuck? It could always happen. They could always decide, this is the day I'm tired of your horse shit. You're like, what?
Huh?
I thought the horse shit thing was okay.
Nope. Sorry, Mr. Cruz.
But you normally find out that the boss got yelled at by his boss. That's when you take some shit. Well, you say you missed a trial, but I'm looking up on every TV and the word Zimmerman is written up there, so they're all talking about him.
It's kind of like post-Super Bowl coverage.
Fez, you know where you could probably get a job?
Where's that?
Fox. You could probably go over to Fox and do pretty well for yourself.
I don't think they would have me.
Right across the street. And there was a giant
the locking
Twinkie.
up?
Well, that wouldn't help. But my view on the Trayvon Martin murder...
I don't even know. What is your view? Are you for or against?
I'm against the kid getting killed.
Tracy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hi. I'm calling because I find it interesting that we wonder why George Zimmerman was racially profiling Trayvon Martin, or that's what Fez is saying. Other people think he's guilty. And yet a few callers before was saying how George Zimmerman is a wannabe cop, and therefore, because we don't know him, because we're considering him a wannabe cop, he's just going out, shooting anything in sight, and we're making the same assumptions about George Zimmerman that we're implicating George Zimmerman making of Trayvon Martin.
He did want to be a cop.
Maybe he did, but I think my point is that why are we condemning him for doing something that we're doing to him?
Yeah, first of all, I don't, like I said, whatever the guy is doing or whatever Trayvon is, nothing really was all that bad until the fucking gun went off. That's the only reason why we're talking about it.
True, but I wanted to make that point. It's just one of those things to think about when we're talking about something, especially when we're talking about two people's lives that have really greatly changed certain conversations in this country about race, about the, stand your ground law. And, now we're able to talk about George Zimmerman in this way that we are like condemning him for. It's just look at yourself in the mirror and consider how it is you're talking about.
You know what?
And then,
I'm looking in the mirror right now, and you're right. I want to be a cop. I said it.
I think you'd be a great cop, Ronnie.
I'd be way too easy to be corrupted. I'd be like a
Thanks,
fucking
guys.
cop in Thailand, going around making the guy who was a fruit stand give me free shit.
Hell yeah.
I'd be on the arm constantly.
I mean, that's the best part of being a cop, right? I mean, that you get to be corrupt.
Best part of being a cop is that you can drink and drive.
All right.
No one's going to fucking pull you over for open container.
That's nice. There's miles open in this gated community, so something to think about. The Trayvon was shot up in.
That fucking gated community is not the way I think of a gated community. That thing is a fucking apartment complex with a gate on the front.
It's the retreat at Twin Lakes. It's a nice name.
I thought it was a gay tit community, if you know what I mean.
Zimmerman's gay? Holy shit.
Oh, now you're against him?
See? Now, look, we're fighting between each other now. That shouldn't happen.
This is tearing us apart.
Here's Josh in Vegas, showing the Ron Fez show.
Hey, Ron, I just wanted to address something you said. You mentioned old Western cowboy days of the guys. If one didn't have a gun, the guy who did would throw it off and they would fist fight until there was a victor. Well, the difference nowadays is that, especially if you look at black youth on, World Star Hip Hop, several videos on the internet all the time, the beating doesn't stop when the guy's knocked out. It continues. And there's a guy that went to a Dodger game, and he was a Giants fan, and he got his ass beat, and now he's pretty much brain dead, mentally retarded. I'm pretty sure he wishes and his family wishes he had a gun to defend himself.
I'm going to throw a gun into the stadium. You know what? You know what he shouldn't have had in the stadium? The other team's hat.
Jersey.
Yeah, I never fucking pull that off.
But does that make sense that
No,
that the beating
not at
does
all.
not stop?
Because you saw something once on World Star Hip Hop does not mean that's the way that the fucking world
I didn't
works.
see it once. It happens all the time.
Again, it does not happen all the time. You are walking past black people all the time and you've never been jumped. I'm not saying it doesn't happen sometimes, but to say that it happens all the time because you turn on the TV and see it, it's just not true.
If World Star Hip Hop was the norm for society, there'd be fights going on right now outside the fucking studio. It would be a fucking constant riot.
If that were true, all we would be doing is talking about Shade 45 and how to protect ourselves. But if you, Fez brought up the stuff last night, the march that was going on. There were black people and white people in that march together. It's not all black people saying this. There's plenty of white people who think this. There's plenty of black people who thought Zimmerman had a right to do what he did. Obviously, there were 6 on the fucking jury that thought Zimmerman was righteous in what he did. This is as close in this country as you get to, particularly, we'll never know all the facts. All the facts that we had were presented to a jury. The jury came back with not guilty. That's it. The whole thing of now this is open season, none of that is true. That's just fucking hysterics talking. There is none of that. This was one case. That case is settled. And life, like it did last week and the week before, for the rest of us, goes on. Those people, that was their drama. Why we try to turn this into a national drama or act like it has these implications that go on far beyond far beyond, is ridiculous. And quite frankly, Fez, I'm not busting your balls here, but I'm just making a statement. You having a microphone, shouting out, now this means open season on black people, are doing just the opposite of helping race relations in this country. Just the opposite.
I went to a rally yesterday, and that's what I heard black mothers saying to me. They're scared.
Those 5 or 6, whatever you saw, may have been scared. They don't. Now, we do not want to come from a place of fear. We want to come from a place of logic and understanding. This gives us the opportunity to sit around and talk about race in America. But to not do it from hysterics, to not do it from fear, for you to say this one case represents all of America is ridiculous. As Josh saying, he saw something on World Star Hip Hop. Or something that took place at a fucking Dodgers game? I mean, seriously, do any of us relate to a Dodgers fan? That fucking Dodger dog is a salad. Period.
Never had one.
Well, delicious, but don't get me wrong. You know what I say? Don't go away so fast. Leave too. Also, give that guy a couple bucks and say, don't make a fucking stranger out of yourself, okay? This section's going to be eating and drinking a lot. All right? So don't you be wandering around asking these other fucking idiots what they want to eat. You come here first, because this is where the tips section is.
Ball out a little bit.
This is a 5 so I can remind you my name's Ron. Let's not fuck around. I'm trying to focus on the game, and I don't want to fuck out of my head on a swivel wondering where the hell you are with refreshments. Let's get here immediately. Anyway, enjoy the game. It's a beautiful day.
Thanks, Ron.
You excited tonight for the home run derby?
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. It's always fun every year. It's the home run derby.
You know, every sport out there always has a great all-star game that's fun, and then a great skills competition, all except for the pro football. It's the only thing they lose at.
Season's too short. It's 16 games. They just want to bang those things out.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What would that have to do with them having a great all-star game and a great skills?
Well, because in basketball and baseball, it comes in the middle of the season. They're longer seasons. They want to break it up a little bit, give guys a break.
Well, no, that's not why they don't do it. They fucking break it up, and somebody ends up fucking pulling a hammy in the mid-season or fucking up their ACL, and the whole world would go crazy.
I don't think they should even bother with. Well, this year they're going to talk about how they'll have captains, and the captains of each team are going to pick players. Like
none of it ever makes sense. They should do what they should do, because they can get hurt. That's the big thing. They don't want to go 100% in football because they don't want anybody to get hurt. They should just do a roast, or like a family trivia night. Turk, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, let me just say, guys, Tyler flew, Zimmerman knew. And second of all, Fez, would you have George Zimmerman on as a guest?
I wouldn't mind having George Zimmerman in here.
Guest in your home?
No, he's not coming into my house.
That's the only way he'll do the show, is if he can stay overnight at your house.
No, I don't want George Zimmerman in my home. I don't feel safe.
Were you enjoying?
And I'm profiling him as a person who shoots kids.
Would you have his brother on like O&A did today?
Yeah.
Why didn't you come in early and come up and shake the hand that shook the world?
I don't want to shake his hand.
Do you find George Zimmerman attractive?
Not in the least.
Pre-trial, I guess, because apparently he gained a bunch of weight. People bust his balls.
No, even before then.
That was stress eating.
Yeah. I mean, come on. The guy's looking at fucking 30 years or whatever on a manslaughter charge. That's the fucking crazy part. You get, in Florida, it's manslaughter is 10 years minimum, no parole. Jesus Christ.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, it's insane. You can fucking just shoot people that fucking walk up to you, and then if manslaughter's fucking 30 years or whatever.
It's too fucking hot down there. And it's very humid.
Fuck that.
And here's another thing about manslaughter. I actually think that you should have to slaughter the person before you get that. I think you should have to cut them up into steaks. That, to me, is manslaughter.
And eat them?
Because you couldn't say, hey, did you slaughter the cow? Oh, yeah, I hit it with my car when I was drunk. So it's done. Take it to the fucking supermarket. Because I'm telling you right now, the Acme would return that. Here, I'll use that word. I use 3 syllables on Acme. Acme.
Acme.
Starting off with some Buddy Holly today, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. That motherfucker, how long did he even... was, like, his career? How many years? Like, when did he start recording and when did he stop?
4 years. 1955 to 1959.
Unbelievable.
Oh, so I was 17 years old.
He was dead by 21.
22. 22, excuse me.
Okay, 18. So somebody lied.
I'm just bad at math.
Do you know the amount of hits and how much his music changed during that short period of time?
No. And just how it just fucking lived on and affected and influenced so many people. It's insane. 4 years of work.
But it was just genius. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was just rocking, you know? It was brilliant. There was brilliant stuff in one of those songs. Yeah, yes, most people. Oh, he was the guy with the funny glasses.
Mm-hmm. 3 albums.
I'm not sure anybody else was even like using orchestras and stuff. Like he was on that shit, of course, way before the Beatles, you know, started to do all that kind of stuff.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, really.
It's totally dunk.
Well, at least Fez feels better and we can move on.
I feel horrible. I feel pissed. I feel really, really heartbroken over this.
But kind of good.
Not the least bit good. I'm still sick to my stomach about it.
You're glad that it's over. That's the important thing. It's over.
No, it's not over.
Will it ever be over for you?
No, I won't get past this one.
This is like your Vietnam.
Yeah. Let's see what the Department of Justice does.
He just says, yeah, as if that isn't a fucking slight to everybody who went to Vietnam.
It's like got nailed Agent Orange.
Yeah, it's exactly. Me watching that on TV was exactly like those kids being sent to Southeast Asia.
It's Platoon. It's his Platoon.
All you think of Vietnam is the movies, huh? That's your entire sense of history.
My buddy's dad was a vet.
Oh, so you know exactly how it is then. I didn't know it affected you this much.
Look, I never talked to him about it, but I know that he was in the fucking war.
Shannon, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Oh, hi guys. Hey Ron. Hey Fez. Fez, I think that the long story is going to be the civil trial, and I think that even though he won the criminal proceedings, I think that he's going to get hit bad in the wrongful death suit, and I think his lawyers are gearing up to sue NBC, and I'm sure the family, it's going to be, in my opinion, at least more like an OJ type thing, where the family is going to spread gold in him and just take every penny that he needs.
I don't know whether anyone's ever seen what it's like to try to sue one of the networks, but it ain't going to be. They're not going to get any fucking money from the networks.
You can't fight a network. They have fucking teams of lawyers.
But even beyond that, I mean, they have the whole freedom of speech thing on their side as well. So anytime that you ever hear of someone suing a paper or a television network, it takes like years and years. And then finally what you get out of is an apology. And maybe your fucking legal fees paid. That's it. And you don't see a lot of guys fucking driving cars around because CBS pissed them off.
Zimmerman doesn't have any money. They have a civil suit.
No, look at that shitbox place he was living.
Just for Twin Lakes, baby.
That's if that even happens. If that's legally allowed to go forward.
Why wouldn't it be?
If under Florida law, if it was proven that it was self-defense or stand your ground or whatever they want to call it, then they can't do a civil suit.
Fez, this got sent into us. Black mothers are afraid it's open season on their sons because Fez and Al Sharpton are telling them it's open season on their sons instead of telling them the truth. This was the garden variety open and shut self-defense case that never should have been tried. And that's from Shower Bench.
Yeah, that shocks me. That shocks me there. That Shower Bench would be in favor of a black kid getting shot. Yeah, it's not because I said something. It's not because Al Sharpton said something. It's because there's a dead kid who didn't get justice.
That doesn't make it universal, Fez. That's the thing that you... sometimes you got to keep some things into perspective. Just like we don't talk about the south side of Chicago and say all black people are going to shoot us if they see us walking down the street. We don't do that. We know that things happen in certain places. One thing does not make it the norm.
But that's where those feelings come from.
Well, just because you feel something doesn't mean that it's correct. It doesn't make it correct. This thing about feelings...
It has nothing to do with me saying any of my opinions on the radio. It has nothing to do with that. These women are upset, and legitimately so. Why dismiss their feelings and chalk it up to an Al Sharpton talking point? Why dismiss how they feel they're being treated and how their sons are being treated in the country?
Because the feelings could be coming from people with microphones creating hysteria. You know, when I watched the freaking out that took place on all the networks after this, I went around each thing, and there were a lot of people doing what Fez is doing, screeching. And I said to myself, I never would have saw this as a young person. You would not have seen this on TV. One of the reasons were that you had to do a half an hour a night of news in those days. Walter Cronkite was able to sit down with his writers and edit and put together a half an hour of responsible, informative talk. Now it's 24 hours a day, and you have people like Fez, and no offense, Fez, but are not thinking about the things that they are saying and the repercussions that they could take place. I might be at the point of, we've got to stop calling cable TV the news. You've got to stop referring to this as, I was watching the news last night, and the person was so upset, and I was screeching. Like, here's the fucking thing to let you know that it's not the news. Al Sharpton gets an hour to give his opinions. Now, I'm not saying whether you're for Al Sharpton or against Al Sharpton. But the point is, we know that's not news. Al Sharpton was the type of guy who might have been brought on the news for a minute or two. Or the news would have said Al Sharpton is leading a march somewhere or a demonstration somewhere. He would not get an hour. And you could say that across the boards of all these places. How can you be the news and it's Dr. Drew and Jenny Hutt are on there? That's not news. And yet we keep referring to this as the news. Or the fact that we saw it on cable, we think that we can then turn around and say that to other people. It's hysteria. It's mass fucking hysteria. And it's just up to you. What side of the hysteria do you want to listen to? You know, what part makes you feel better by viewing it? Do you feel better when the Republicans are telling you that the world is going to shit? Or do you feel better when the Democrats are telling you the world's going to shit? But I hate the fact that we're wasting our lives watching this, staying in a constant state of fucking fear. Let's go over here to Kurt. You're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'll tell you what, they're talking about the Fez, he's talking about the black kid, the black kid being shot, killed, and all that. One thing that is really disturbing, and you can YouTube it as well, you know, this poor woman with a 3-year-old daughter is sitting in their house, just had cameras installed, and this fucking black dude comes in, kicks the door in, and just beats the living shit out of her. Touches her, throws her down the fucking stairs.
So how are you tying this into anything? That now all blacks should be looked at because of what this one criminal did?
I think it just was the black and white issue, and I know Fed's saying a black kid shot and stuff, but they're all about the Trayvon Martin case and all this, but
I've never heard a single person come out on the side of that fucking house break-in. I've never even heard Al Sharpton yell, "That brother was a good dude." I've never heard it.
Why did he bring that? Because it was a black person?
Yes, because it was a black person.
Yeah.
He's saying, look, you're acting like we shouldn't be afraid of Trayvon Martin, but look at that other black dude that busted into that house.
Saw it on YouTube.
On the nanny cam. Nanny cam that shit. Well, Fez, I'm glad you feel better.
I feel lousy.
I thought you felt good now.
No, I feel horrible.
Do you feel like a ball game on a rainy day?
Yeah.
That confused you.
Yeah, it did.
That
I had to
fucking
stop and
confused
think.
you. That's fucking the lyrics of a little band called Foghat, my friend. Foghat. They had hats made out of fog, and they did an album called Rock and Roll, where on the front of that album, no words at all, besides a slight fog hat. But there was a rock sitting next to a roll. Deal with it, motherfucker.
Kind of brilliant.
Rocking it, huh? We got rid of it. We didn't turn it up for the part that had that fucking line I did. It would have been right from the beginning. Doesn't do us any good to play it louder now. Would have been right at the beginning of the song. We're slowly trying to get back to it. It's hard though, right? Bam!
Feel like a ball game on a rainy day.
Let's go over to David. You're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, man, what's up?
Yeah.
I have a question. If Trayvon hadn't have been shot, if he'd have just continued whooping Richard's ass, would he have had charges pressed on him afterwards? You know, would he have been charged as an adult? And another thing is, when I was 17 years old and someone told me get out of their yard, I got the hell out. You know, I didn't stand there and fist fight.
Was he in the yard, Fez?
All right, so everyone keeps saying he's between houses.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't followed the trial. I want to start and follow it now.
The retreat, as it's called, is
nice.
Is a gated community. It's an apartment complex, like you said. So these aren't actual houses, you know, as you think of an individual family in an individual home. These are apartment buildings that are separated from each other. So it's not like he was in between two people's private yards.
Let me just say this. This reminds me of when I was growing up. This would have been called the Hidden Valley Apartments, and girls there were somewhat easy.
All right.
And as a youngster, I spent a couple happy nights in apartments that looked just like that. This is where divorced moms would go with their barely watched daughters.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So there was no yard, there was no someone's personal yard to tell him to get out of.
In the Hidden Valley Apartments?
No, at the retreat in Sanford.
Because you're almost walking into Aston on your way into Flat Rock.
Retreat at Twin Lakes. Twin Lakes.
Beautiful there, though, huh?
Look at that.
I wonder if they have a community pool where the people of the community can all go in and spread their sweat to each other.
It doesn't let me go in. It truly is a private community.
Yeah. Oh, you can't Google into it?
The Google card didn't get in there.
Probably no reason.
They have a lake, though. Gorla Pond.
Yeah, that's a fucking scraped lake. You know what I mean? That thing is just a lake that they made with a fucking sprinkler system. And then everyone complains about the ducks.
Look at the ducks' backs.
Everyone thinks ducks are nice, but try to have them in your fucking house, they'll drive you fucking crazy.
Really?
Jake, San Antonio, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, buddies. First thing, George Zimmerman is a douchebag, and unfortunately, Trayvon should have just went home and he'd still be alive. But anyway, more importantly, Fez, when is the dinner that you're going to take out all the guys and salute George Zimmerman going to happen, like you said last week?
Is that going to be rough for you to get up and toast George Zimmerman?
That will be extremely tough. I haven't even thought of what I would even say about this prick.
But you can't do something like that. You have to give an actual toast. You lost this. You know what I mean? So you have to give that toast in the spirit of which you put the bet out there.
And we can go to dinner anytime anyone wants to, when we can all make it.
Tonight.
Right now.
I can make it right now.
I go tonight.
I can fucking throw a best of one right now.
I don't have much of an appetite.
Oh,
all right, would you folks, you're probably going to listen to a best of right now.
It's fine. We'll go to break.
Let's do one of the ones that when Fez was having a fucking breakdown.
Sure, all right. Got plenty of that. Kind of hungry, dog.
Where do you want to go, Chris?
Let's go to a steakhouse.
Why? Every fucking place you can go to has steak.
That's a good point.
I know I didn't get invited to the big Bobby Flay dinner, so maybe I got my eye on that.
Oh, Bobby Flay place. That'd be nice.
I'd say the old Italian joint that we used to go to, but it's so fucking hot out. It's almost like it's too hot for Italian food.
I'm down for whatever, man. I just want to bust out this dinner.
You know what it is, because you drink the whole time.
Yep.
You can't drink if we take the interns.
Why?
You don't have
What was
enough
that?
breath to fucking... He lost his breath out of discussion.
Intern shouldn't come then.
All right, bring the interns in.
All right. Molly and Shelby, please come in studio. I think Shelby's of age. I mean, obviously, you still wouldn't be able to drink. But Shelby is, I believe, over 21.
Yeah, but I still don't think you're allowed to drink with the interns, are you?
I think it's a little dicey.
Shelby, how you doing?
Doing great.
Are you as upset as Fez over this Trayvon Martin thing?
Just beaten up about it. Really chaps my ass.
All right. You know what? You don't have to work blue. You're too goddamn funny for that. Here's the good news for you. You get a free dinner out of this.
Nice.
What do you like to eat? Birdseed?
You know,
you don't look like you got a big appetite. Am I right about that?
No, food's not my main priority.
You skip food most of the time?
Yeah.
What do you have for breakfast? Cigarette?